Yo, how's it rolling, mates? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, my second ever facecam video. After I uploaded the first video, I thought to myself, what else can I really talk about? And I figured the first thing I have to talk about is my love for the internet, because without it, I would have not been where I am today. And I think that's something we all share in common, I hope, because you're all on YouTube, so I think you also enjoy being online. And like the great Bo Burnham once said,
Cannot say my shit, New York. Cannot say my shit. I got lots of shit to say. I got lots of shit to say.
I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna start lightweight with something light, right? So recently I had this huge spiritual revelation, and after I talked to some people who I am really close with, they understood. They also saw the light. And get this, I know who the true one real God is. Are you ready to face the truth? I hope you are. I'm just gonna say it to you. I'm gonna give this information to you for free. Be grateful, okay? I went through heaven and hell, and I've been through very many interesting spiritual adventures, and I have come to this conclusion, to this very important conclusion. Numbers. Numbers. I bring you life and death. 777 is God, right? 777 is the one real true God. Because 7, right? 7 equals 3 plus 4. Now you may ask yourself, what are those two numbers, 3 and 4? Okay, they give us 7, they give us God, but what is 3 and 4? Get this. 777 means whole. It's the number for being. In Germany you say vollkommen, to be definition. 3 and 4. 3 is the world inside us, body, soul, and mind. 4 is the world outside us, the 4 elements: earth, fire, wind, and water. Put that together, you get wholeness. 777 means everything aligned, within and without. Next number, 666. It's nature. It's us. It's us. It's the beast. The instinct. It's not bad, it's raw, it's real. And 555 is the awakening. That moment when you realize what you are and what you could be. The bridge between instinct and divinity. And then I thought about this, okay, well, great, I figured out who God is, meaning the thing that is whole, the idea of perfection. But who's the God who controls us, Because that's what is most interesting. Okay, the one who created everything or something makes sense, is fun, but who do you have to pray to get to live a good life? And I figured it's 365. You know why? Because that's the God of time. The good God lives each of those 360 days fully. He grows, falls, learns, forgives, burns, rises. Every day is part of his becoming. But the evil God, he is also real. I like the good God. What does the evil God do? He stays the same. Every single day. No growth, just repetition. Same lies, same mask, same rules. You're welcome. Welcome to my new cult. It's gonna be called the Cult of Numbers. I'm gonna copy Pythagoras, and I'm gonna create my own cult of numbers. No, but all numbers aside. So first of all, we're gonna have to talk about someone by the name of Calin Georgescu, a politician born in the capital city. Both of his parents were engineers, and he himself studied soil science. Okay, pretty green guy. The thing that really bothered me is that he pretty much appeared into Romanian politics out of nowhere, or one would say so. But after I went and learned about him, I figured, oh, I realized he's actually coming from Austria. Austria? Huh? But he's Romanian. Yes, that's what people think. But actually, listen up. Since 2011, he made some moves in Austria. Apart from owning a house there, his wife did some pretty shady stuff. So she is like a practicer of iridology, Jesus, iridology, 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 right? Iridology. So basically, for a very small price, she's gonna take a picture of your iris, of your eye, and then if you pay extra, she's gonna do energy therapy on you, and she's gonna tell you what your eye says about you and what's the struggles you have and how to get healed. Let me please analyze your eyes, then I can tell you how healthy or sick you are. Yeah, doesn't have a lot to do with science. But talking about science, her husband, Calin Georgescu, our protagonist, is also on the pretty much same page as her. So for example, he went ahead and said in 2020 that the best vaccine against coronavirus was ice cold baths. And then later in 2024, he changed his mind and said corona doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. Great. So no problem. I mean, if he said instead of corona that God doesn't exist, maybe then we would have gotten along. But yeah, he also said that the only real true science is Jesus Christ. Now, this same guy was given some power. He was allowed to talk about human rights and hazardous wastes. Okay, I mean, yeah, I get that he can talk about hazardous waste because he has some studies to back it up. But human rights? I mean, we all know that Jesus Christ wanted to show the love that with love you can win, but Jesus sadly didn't really win because you saw where love led him. So we all know that Jesus Christ, he was a friend of love, and that was his message. But you can't really get love from a government that suppresses you, and that's how Jesus got killed. And he himself promoted faith over reason or individual freedoms. John 14:6. No one comes to the Father except through me. So yeah, it's more like something exclusive than something that's like a basic human right. It's something that only the chosen ones are allowed to have. And he also preached submission to rulers. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Matthew 22:21. So the government should be the one protecting your human rights and not Christianity, because when you take a look at Christianity, yeah, they pretty much opposed human rights for a long time. Take slavery, for example. They went and told us not to abolish, but how to treat slavery, how to view it, how to how to get along with the slaves. Oh, and women rights are human rights? Nah, the Bible doesn't think about that though. But of course, Calin Georgescu could say, no, that's not what Jesus said, that's what the church said. So let's leave it at that. Back to the present. So Calin Georgescu, being a right politician, he's just a copy pasta like all the others. He wants to put his people first. He wants a strong nation, and he knows how to do it because everyone else is just too much of a coward. The Romanian people had enough, and he's the one who's gonna come and save them all. Well, anyways, on the 6th of December, 48 hours after the second round, the courts declared that this election, something is fishy, and then they had to declare it invalid, and that's what they did. And then huge suspicion arose around the name of Georgescu. So, for example here, one TikTok account made payments of over 350,000 euros in just 1 month from the 23rd October to users who were promoting Georgescu. When protesters organized, he warned about the same type of protesters that organized in Ukraine in 2014, where a right pro-Russian politician got wrecked because he is also scared to be wrecked himself, and because he likes to calm the masses. He goes and says something like, "Please stay at home with your family. We need social tranquility. God will not let Romania down." Ugh. And while this guy is out here invoking God, once again, people are being led into disbelief. You're not worshipping the real God. You have to look within the Romanian history. And when you think about Romania, what was Romania before it was Romania? I'm not talking about Wallachia and Moldavia. I'm talking about Dacia. As the Roman Empire arose, the Dacians organized themselves into this realm that we once called Dacia. And they had the true, real God. Let me tell you about that. And he wasn't about submission to rulers or hoping for a divine intervention from afar. No. Psalmoxis taught his followers to find power within themselves. He wasn't about faith without reason. He was about power, about discipline, and about community, about love to the nature. So anyways, as March arrived, a fun tradition arrived with it, and in Romania we call it the mărțișor. So it's basically you get a red and white string, and then you attach a fun symbol to it, and then basically you gift it to someone. And what does this gift really mean? Well, because it's spring, it's where life blooms, where the weather gets warmer, the day gets longer, it's something to celebrate. And I'm pretty sure that it has to have some sort of link to the pagan rituals that we once had before Christianity, before the religion which our great politicians now want to protect. Because the mărțișor is also about rebirth, because that was what spring is, death and life. It's you get reborn, you get your spiritual awakening in some sort of form, because that is the point. The pagan religions, they wanted you to experience life, to think about this big stuff, to find answers within. But then the perverted religions took over and made us obedient. And I say no to them, and so should you. And now before I go, I have one little small shout out to give before I leave this video. I live in Saarland, and there's this girl who studies film and stuff like that. And she did a movie, and I even got a poster from her. It was a present, and she also gave me an autograph. I don't know if you can see it. And the cool part about her, her parents come from Romania, my home country, and this movie was filmed in small Saarland. She even made it to Amazon Prime, so you can buy her film and watch it. It's actually like part 2, because part 1 she uploaded it on YouTube, and it's about a alien android girl who is very smart and very advanced, but she lives with regular humans. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna spoil it to you, but it's about she also works later in a call center and fun shenanigans. I can promise you that. And in the second part, where a poster comes in, she goes in the past to find her dad, which lives in a Western setting. It's pretty fun. I can recommend it to you. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. So talk to me in the comments. If you have, input, feedback, ideas, I'm gonna read them. If not, then I'm just gonna quit because I'm soon gonna start studying again. And this time I'm studying something that is very fun and very, which interests me a lot. And I'm also writing a book. I'm writing a book about, it sounds weird to say it's an autobiography, but it's more like, I think, a lesson about dogma. I like to think it about it like this, because yes, it's my story, but I'm viewing it from a very critical perspective, you know, and analyzing the structures and the religion and society and stuff like that. And talking about society, that is what I'm going to be studying. I am going to be studying sociology and the history of arts. Or let me take a look how I can translate it, because it's in German it's Kunstgeschichte, so like art history, and the other part is Soziologie. It's like sociology. That's it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and stay awesome. I don't know. I don't know how to end the video.
I ain't putting you on the spot, bro.